In, the in this video, we're going to take a look at graphing functions. In particular, we're going to look at linear functions. Linear functions is an equation, or really a function, whose graph is a straight line. Okay. Really, it's if the graph is a line, but we'll add straight just for emphasis sake. Okay. If it's not a linear function or a nonlinear function, okay, the graph is not a line. So for example, down below we have 3 examples. Okay, the first one, we have the points graphed, and we have a straight line. So this we would say is a linear function. Letter B, on the other hand, if we plot the points, we get a U-shaped graph. This would be a non-linear graph. Actually, technically, this would be a quadratic, probably. Okay, but it's not linear. Our third example, we have the points lining up, forming a straight line, if you can use a little imagination. So we would say this is linear. Now you'll notice, it does not matter which direction the line goes in, as long as the points form a straight line, we say that it is indeed a linear function. Well, how do we know something is linear? Or how do we take an equation or points and form a graph of it? Well, let's take the equation y equals 3 plus x. We need to pick some values for x. They can be positive or negative. So for example, I might want to pick x equals -2. Well, if I look up here, 3 plus a -2 would give me an answer of 1. Okay, so I can use my scratch work down here. 3 plus a -2. I've got 3 positive plus 2 negative, leaving me with 1 positive at the end. If I let x equals -1, 3 plus a -1 will give me a +2. If x equals 0, 3 plus 0 is 3. If x equals 1, 3 plus 1 is 4. If x equals 2, 3 plus 2 is 5. So on and so forth. So let's go ahead and plot these points. The -2, 1 tells me to go to the left 2 and up 1. So I will let that be my first point. My second point, it says -1, 2. So I go to the left 1, and then I go up 2. 0, 3 tells me basically just to go up 3. Don't change them at all. 1, 4 be right here. 2, 5 would be right here. And hopefully you can recognize, as well as I can, that these indeed would form a straight line. Okay, and when I graph these, I want to make sure that I connect the dots and that I put arrows on either end of the line. So let's summarize. My first step when I'm going to graph is create a table or a chart, okay, with x and y. Second point is to pick values for x okay. The third value is to plug in x values in the equation to find y. The fourth value is to plot the xy coordinates. And then the fifth step is to connect the points. Okay. Should we form a straight line? At least at this step of the game. And you want to make sure you put an arrow at either end. Okay. And so we have our steps. So let's take one more example. Let's let y equal 5 minus x. So let's let x equal -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay. Capital chosen at random. In general, you should have 4 points. Well, if I take -1, 5 minus a -1 will give me a positive 6. 0, 5 minus 0 would give me 5. 5 minus 1 would give me 4. And 5 minus 2 would then give me 3. Okay, so when I go through them points, okay, -1, 6 is here. 0, 5, sorry, wrong point. Okay, I went over too far. -1, 6 here, 0, 5 here, 1, 4 here, 2, 3 right here. And then I'll go ahead and connect the dots. Okay. Deal with an equation, we have to do something to x. Okay. Remember, 3x means 3 times x. So let's let x equal -1, 0, 1, and 2, because these are some of the easiest values to use. So, if x equals -1, 3 times -1 would be -3 plus 1 would end up giving me -2. Then plug in 0. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 1. Plus 0 plus 1 would equal 1. 3 times 1 plus 1 would give me 3 plus 1, which would give me 4. 3 times 2 plus 1 would give me 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 would then equal 7. So when I plot my points, -1, -2, 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 3, some classic application problems, such as this one. A pizza delivery person receives $5 each day he reports to work and $2 for each pizza he delivers. Okay, we can write a function to model the situation. Generally, we'll always write y equals, he receives $5 no matter what, plus $2 for each pizza he eats. Will be the money he earns. The money where the delivery person So using this equation then, how much will the delivery person make delivering 25 pizzas? The easiest thing to do, or in my opinion, would be to take this equation, let 25 be your x value, and then go ahead and solve it. 5 plus, remember to do multiplication first according to order of operations. So he'll make $55 delivering 25 pizzas. Okay. I hope this has been helpful. I'm looking forward to doing some graphing.